Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, subscribe, folks, comment, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link to you down below. Has the link to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms, and talk to me because I'll talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Now, with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets taking yet another loss this season. The Jets got beat by the Vikings 17-23. The Jets are now 2-3. Man, frustration. That's like, it is so frustrating to be a Jets fan right now because the way that this team plays it's wild. The way that this team is poorly coached and poorly prepared is wild. It's wild. And it's clear as day that the biggest issue with the New York Jets right now is coaching. That's the biggest issue. There's other issues, and we'll talk about that. But it is coaching is at the top of this list. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel, hit a thumbs up button as well, and hit that notification bell when you subscribe. And again, comment, because I want to hear from y'all, okay? Nathaniel Hackett is an awful offensive coordinator. He is terrible. He's terrible. The offense is so stale and stiff and stagnant. The Vikings came out, they knew exactly what was going on. They blitzed us constantly. I'm talking constantly during this game. It was like they knew exactly what to do, exactly where to go, and they handled business, man. They handled business. The Jets came out slow, sloppy, lethargic, just kind of out there, and was taking advantage because we had a bad first half yet again, like we've seen, and we dug ourselves into the hole. That's exactly what the Jets did. They dug themselves into a hole, okay? Aaron Rodgers also had 2 interceptions early. He actually threw 3 of them on the day, and we'll discuss that. But one of the first ones, Van Ginkel, I talked about him in the last video when I talked about the Vikings. Listen, the Vikings were disguising their coverages. Van Ginkel came up to the line, slipped back in coverage. Aaron Rodgers didn't see him, chucks the ball. Van Ginkel stepped right in, picked it off, and took it back to the house for a touchdown. I'm like, well, we got to get something rolling here. That was horrible, right? Well, then Aaron Rodgers comes right back out on the next drive and throws another interception. Throws another. Man, it was a rough day, man. It was a rough day. Aaron Rodgers was 29 of 54. He had 244 yards throwing the football, had 2 touchdowns, but he also had 3 interceptions. And he made mistakes. And he was getting smacked around, too. He was getting smacked around, the offensive line. He was taking shots, man. And I'll tell you what, if Aaron Rodgers keeps taking the shots that we're seeing him take, he's not going to last this whole season. He's not. His body is no longer able to absorb that type of punishment. He's 40. He's 40. He can't do, he's not 25. You can't, he's taking hits like crazy, getting decleated, getting spun around, getting jacked up. I'm talking beat up, man. I'm talking beat up. He is taking shots like crazy. This offensive line is, it's letting him get ravaged, man. Come on, man. This line has got to step up. He's getting touched too often. Also, the offensive line struggled to really get anything open and get anything going on the running game. The running game today was terrible, okay? It was terrible. Breece Hall had 23 yards total. I'm going to say it again. Breece Hall, the running back we all know and love. We all talk about him being a top 5 running back in this league and blah, blah, blah. 23 yards total in this game against the Vikings off of 9 carries. Braylon Allen only had 13 yards the entire game. The New York Jets play calling was so bad, right? So bad in the running game. We were trying to put a drive together, and on 3rd and 3, right? The Jets try to run the football. Vikings stuff it. Okay. The Jets say, you know what? We're not going to take the points. We're not going to kick this field goal. We're going to go for it on 4th and 2. It would have been a short goal. We would have been able to hit it. We should have taken the points. That's what we should have done. They didn't want to take the points. On 4th and 2, Nathaniel Hackett calls this long, drawn-out handoff run play, and the Vikings shut it down immediately. Immediately. Turnover on downs. We should have taken the points in that situation, and we didn't. And we didn't. And that led to a Vikings touchdown on their possession after getting the turnover on downs. Keep in mind, during that Vikings touchdown possession, there were a ton of pass interference calls from within our secondary, from Sauce to Reed. It was crazy. It was crazy. Completely crazy. The only thing that was kind of the saving grace for the first half, because it was so bad from the New York Jets, was we got a touchdown before the half ended, okay? Aaron Rodgers put a drive together. He was able to find Lazard for a touchdown. Allen Lazard was trash today. He had so many drops. It was insane. He even dropped a touchdown later on in the game. It was wild, man. It was wild. Lazard is so up and down. But that put it at 7-17. Minnesota's up, as we go into the half. We came out in the second half, and boy, oh boy, Aaron Rodgers, man, drops back 3rd and 10, trying to get a drive rolling, right? Trying to put something together, trying to get some momentum. We felt good going into the half. All right, we coming out, let's get something going. 3rd and 10, he gets smacked and spun around, and there was a guy underneath him. So when he fell, his leg buckled. Bro, I thought it was really bad. I thought that maybe he had torn his Achilles again, or ripped his ACL, or dislocated his knee. It was that bad. And he was writhing in pain. You could tell. He immediately grabbed his knee. He immediately, you could see he was just completely in pain. They ended up, getting him up. He actually stood up and was able to limp off the field. But you could see that, man, he was in a lot of pain. Well, the Jets punter comes out, right? Gets ready to punt. Morstead punt. He gets hit. They hit his plant leg, roughing the punter. The Jets get gifted a first down. Big penalty. Thank you. So we're all thinking, okay, we're going to see the Jets backup quarterback. The second that happened, and the Jets got a first down and got the ball back, Aaron Rodgers took his hat off, gave it to somebody, and grabbed that helmet and got back on the field. He's a warrior. I'll give him that. He's a warrior. This is Aaron Rodgers. He's a warrior, man. He's a warrior, let me tell you. All right? And he was able to get back out on that field. He immediately came back, led the Jets on a drive for a 32-yard field goal. The Vikings came back, put a drive together as well. They got a field goal, too. I think it was a 53-yarder. So that put it 10-20 Minnesota. So now we're in business. We're within reach of the game, but things, again, we're trying to recover. Well, big play. Eccles gets an interception. He was in because Sauce Gardner was actually dealing with the injury at that time. Eccles called up, steps in, gets a big interception. Eccles, every time his number's called, every time that he's asked to go out there and do his thing, he comes up with big plays. He had to start recently, and he came up and made some big plays in the game that he started as well. Eccles comes out, gets an interception, okay, for the New York Jets. Now we got the ball. We're back in business, baby. Back in business. Aaron Rodgers putting the drive together on 3rd and goal. Gilmore gets the pass interference call, right? That gives us, a fresh set of downs right there. Aaron Rodgers finds Garrett Wilson for a touchdown. Garrett Wilson played well today. And that connection's starting to spark. So more things are starting to happen here between Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. Garrett Wilson had 13 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown today. He looked good, man. Vikings came back, though. Was able to get a field goal, 41-yarder. And so that put the ball, in the Jets' hands. And, it's our time. We can put something together here and handle business. 17-23. What are you going to do? All right? Aaron Rodgers putting the drive together. They're trying to get down. They get down to Minnesota's 26. It's 3rd and 10. Aaron Rodgers drops back, looks right, and chucks up a ball to Mike Williams, and it gets picked off. Game over. Game over. I don't know if it's the communication. I don't know what it is. But that pass was like 15 yards down the field. We only needed 10. We only needed 10. And I don't even really think that Mike was really looking for it. It's frustrating watching the New York Jets right now. Frustrating. The coaching is bad. The slow, sloppy, lethargic starts. The play calling. We've got to get it together, man. And this is another game where the Jets had like 8 penalties in this game. It's rough. Jets are now 2-3. I really feel for all the Jets fans that went to London, that flew to London to watch them, because this was rough, man. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about this Jets loss to the Vikings? What are your thoughts about what you're seeing? The coaching, the slow starts. What are your thoughts about what you're seeing from the Jets offense? The running game, being as bad as it is so surprising, because that was supposed to be our strength. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.